Alright, so today we're going to take you through the Manaforge, Monsters of the Sandwing. Just on looking for raid, nothing crazy, just looking for a nice, easy run to pick up some um, crests to help upgrade my gear, because I'm not going to get anything gear-wise in here that's going to be an upgrade for me. Maybe it'll be a transmog piece or a set piece I'm missing, but I can't roll for darn anyways, so I'm likely not going to get anything at all from this other than the crest. So I picked this one because I find some things pretty funny. I feel like Blizzard had a good time making this one and is probably like laughing at the stats of where people have died. You'll see when we get there, but it never seems to fail. It always gets somebody, so it's pretty entertaining. I don't want to give any spoilers on that, but just keep watching and you'll see what I'm talking about. Overall, though, I don't find the Manaforge to be all that exciting of a raid. I think it's pretty dull, actually. I thought Undermine was a lot better, a lot more exciting. You could see like Blizzard had fun with it, and then it's like here they tried to get too serious, and I don't think the serious angle is really the right angle to have gone. It's a video game; it should be more fun than serious. The fights themselves have some pretty unique mechanics, but overall it's just kind of boring. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be the idiot that gets caught. So you see that purple pooling down there? There's the explosion. So that explodes up where it's got one guy. Like I said, it always gets somebody. So that's that's pretty funny. I've seen like half the raid get wiped out by that, and most of the time they're all like, "Oh, what got me? What killed me, bro?" It's like, I'm not telling you. You got to figure it out for yourself. I figured it out for myself. Because let's be honest, first time you go in there, you think it would be pretty safe just to click on the thing and not realize that you need to pay attention to the big like middle explosion. Anyways, takes a little while to get to the first boss of this raid. Since they released him, they have nerfed him a ton because let's face it, people in looking for raid do not pay attention to any mechanics at all. And then they complain when they can't beat the boss because they're not doing the mechanics, and then Blizzard just kind of dumbs down the fight until people can kind of just ignore mechanics and do it, which, I mean, you're kind of catering to it in that sense. I think mechanics should, even on looking for raid, make some difference, right? Like, if you keep dumbing it down, people will never learn. If you just make it a little more challenging, and people will have to step it up and figure it out, or maybe they're just not cut out for looking for raid, which is sad because it's the lowest level of getting your set gear. So pretty embarrassing for people that can't do it. It's so simple. It's such easy stuff, but I guess I probably shouldn't judge them for it. Maybe maybe they got some other things going on in their life. I don't know. Everyone's got shit going on in their lives, so you always have to be a little bit understanding of that. This is the one where most people die. Oh, see, those people are probably going to get hit. It's building up. It's building up. Yeah, there we go. We got 4 that time. So in total, this silly little mechanic that Blizzard threw in here for pretty much no reason at all, it serves no real purpose, has killed 5 people. That's never gets old. I don't know. I laugh every time. I find it quite hysterical. Just got to get through these 2 big ugly dudes, and we will be at the first boss, and then I'll take you through what apparently is mechanics too complicated for most people to understand and achieve. The good thing is like when you do die from that middle explosion, you can just use the teleporter and come out here. So teleporter at the start. We'll bring you right there. Yeah, I'm ready, guys. Leave me alone. Terrible warlock. I didn't drop my soul well. But we all know I'm not the best player. Oh, look at this. You rarely get this. Somebody describing the fight. So now it's out there. Everyone should know how to do the fight, and now we watch how many people still can't seem to figure it out despite being told what the mechanics for the fight are. So yeah, basically you just DPS this dude. He's going to hang out there, taking a beating from us. Oh, somebody popped hero. That's not the right time to pop hero. Blizzard did a really good job this time of not just being like pop hero at the start of the fight. There's kind of better moments in most fights to do it, and this fight not at the beginning. While I was describing that though, I missed ads. So in this fight, you'll get this like purple line on you, and the purple line will be coming from one of these portals off to the side. You want to take that and drop it on the boss, because that's going to spawn ads. You can kind of see the direction, so it's always best to drop it on the side of the boss that is furthest. So you can see this guy over here. He should be dropping. Yeah, there you go. These guys are doing it right. Nice. So they drop the ads there. And then as we DPS the boss, the ads take the cleave damage from all the different AoE attacks. So you end up burning down the ads much quicker while doing much needed damage to the boss, because it kind of becomes a bit of a DPS race in this one. Really not so bad since it's been nerfed, like I said, but it's still, I've seen groups continue to struggle here. See, so we got a decent group here. They're all dropping the ads. Oh yeah, somebody will get targeted with pools. You want to take that out of the group. That's really annoying. Guy did a good job there getting them out of the way. So we're going to burn through these ads. As you can see, this is going pretty smooth so far. I don't really want to jinx it, but I've got hopes that this will be a one attempt finish of this boss. His health's coming down pretty good. Alright, so now he does that. He bumps you back, and one of these portals will have a circle on it. Go after the one with the circle. You will take less damage as a raid overall if you get the circle one first. So always look at both, see which one has that little faint circle around it, and go after that. Don't stand in that. Ad comes out. Don't worry about the ad. You got to burn down these things. Once you get one, then you run to the other. Super tough mechanic. Kill one, then the other. As you can see, other people were over here. Raid took a bit of damage, but not so bad. And now back to the boss. So this could be a good time to use hero, because here you can focus the boss and really burn some health down on him. I don't know why I clicked that button when it wasn't active, but like I always go back to, I am not a spectacular player. I'm just a for fun player. So still going pretty good. It's going to be a repeat of what we just went through in a second. So you can see the portal came up over there, and now we go back to doing what we were just doing. So you can see purple or pink lines. These guys are dropping the ads in perfect placement. Love to see that. I just got one, so I'm going to drop over here on this side of the boss, so he has to go through the boss to get to his portal. That's the best way to drop them, so that they can maximize the time that they're in the cleave damage. You can use controlling effects on these guys. Death Knights can pull them back in, so there is lots you can do if people in the group are failing to do the mechanics. We're going to kick into the final phase pretty soon here, as we see the boss's health getting pretty low, and that's where the real DPS race begins. So he's going to do it pretty quick here. He's getting angry. We're beating him up. And here we go. So this is the final DPS race. As you see, you're always being pulled back to this black hole. So tank wants to pull the boss up there. You want to try and stay up here as much as you can. The longer you're in this phase, the stronger the pull to the black hole is. So that's why it's kind of the DPS race I talked about. But this group's in a really good position to not have to worry about that. The boss is almost dead. If you get these other ads, again, you want to drop them kind of at the back there. And that's pretty much the fight. It's, like I said, it's super easy if you do the mechanics. You can see this group did the mechanics really well, and we breezed through it. So I don't need this trinket. My trinkets are pretty good. 694, 691, hero and champion, and this is a veteran. So I'm just going to hit greed. I know some people hit need anyways. That's not the kind of player I am. I don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. So really just got nothing from this boss. I'll loot it just in case. And, oh no, am I going to miss it? Okay, so this is another fun part in this trade. Yeah, there goes one guy. You saw him fall. This ramp up has some damage to it, and it never seems to fail. People always just think it's a solid ramp, run up, and end up falling into the various holes. I think Blizzard just logs in and just watches every raid in this moment just to see how many people they take down with yet another little silly but fun detail they've done in this raid. So a lot of times you actually see more people die from those than you do in the actual boss fights. It's pretty funny. Anyways, hitting this stage, everybody just run through the sand. Stopping here and fighting. Bring it all to the end. People get really split up here, and it's simple. Get everything to the end, and then burn it down. So people will stand around the corner here to make sure they get over here, and then that's when you just stop as a raid and burn it down quickly. Fighting it back over here and over here, that doesn't make any sense. That's just silly and waste people's time. So everybody run all the way through and then worry about any sort of damage. Yeah. These guys are super annoying. A little burst through the ground, knocking up in the air. Just get through them quick, and then we'll get into the second boss fight of this section of the raid. Oh, kick the bombs! Kick bombs! That's going to be my tagline. I'm going to get t-shirts made that say, kick bombs! Kicking bombs! I think it's fun. I don't care what anyone else thinks. That's the best part about this, is I can chat my face off, say whatever I want, and you can say whatever you want, and I just don't care. Unless it's nice. If you got nice things to say, then yeah, I care. I like your opinions. If you got not so nice things to say, then yeah, I don't care. If you've got helpful tips, I will also take those. This fight's actually super easy. It's a lot more chaotic than it really... It looks a lot more chaotic than it really is. So again, tanks are going to try and bring all these dudes together so you can try and do as much AoE damage to them as possible. You do want to kind of try to kill them within time. You can see this guy over here, he's blue, and this guy over here is blue with the blue thing over your head. This apparently is a super challenging mechanic that nobody can figure out. But when you turn blue, there will eventually be blue pools on the ground. Here they come. You have to stand in the blue pools and soak up the pools. So that guy's doing it. That guy's doing it. So again, looks like I got a group here that is familiar with the mechanics, which is amazing. If you have the ability and you see someone isn't following the mechanic, you can dispel that and it'll go to somebody new. So you take your chance of finding somebody who actually is paying attention and not just staring at the buttons they're clicking, because the blue pools keep coming. So if you ignore them, you will run out of space to do any sort of fighting. Kick the bomb. Here, this thing, so he does this hunt thing. That's a soak, so you want to get that into the raid. Get as many people in that as you can. This thing over here, Somebody needs to go collect that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it does. I just know you need to collect it. I'm not an expert player. I don't really pay attention. I learn as I play. Sometimes that means I pick up on things. Other times that means I understand that there's something I have to do, but I don't always know why exactly am I doing it. This guy here, so he goes in the middle, he becomes the focus, and these little blue stars come out. You want to make sure you collect these. I don't think you want to let them get to the boss. I think that would be bad if you did. Again, another mechanic. I understand I have to do it, but as to why I'm doing it, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't really care because everyone seems to have that one figured out. I've never really seen a group fail on that one because even if you have like 5 people in the group that know it, they can cover it for the rest of people. See, I'll grab that time. Boom. Yeah, so like I said, it seems like a very chaotic fight. Like there's a lot going on, but it's really not a very challenging fight. The only thing that I've seen groups kind of mess up on is just letting too many of the blue pools get out. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to get this in the group. I got targeted. Yeah, see? So I got in the group. It was a soak. I took pretty much no damage. Everybody took pretty much no damage. Pretty easy. Pretty easy stuff. You can see our bosses are not dying at the same pace, so we need to speed up some DPS on the guys over here and kind of ignore the one that's getting low. It's not as unforgiving as previous raids where you need to kill bosses within the same time frame. I've seen ones where you have like really no time at all. This one seems to be very still forgiving. Maybe it's harder on difficulties higher than looking for raid. Again, looking for raid kind of gets dumbed down. I like to play it because I don't always have the time commitment to do a full raid, and it's just it's easy and light. And I got a busy life, so easy and light is kind of the point for me. So this one here, I find that if you run around trying to avoid all the green lines, you end up just getting hit with more because people are also panicking and running around. So I just stand here through it, and as you can see, like, I'm really not getting hit by much. I think if everybody just kind of spread out and stood still, it would probably be a lot better. Oh, I got to switch over to this guy here. Let's see if we can get him burn down a little quicker. I find that as I kind of streaming and narrating through things, I get a bit lazy in my rotation, not really paying attention. Who knows? Maybe my damage is low, maybe it's high. I don't know. I don't care. I'm here to have fun, and I am having fun. So, and the raid is successful, so I don't think it really matters all that much. I know a lot of people love to run a DPS meter, but I think it's kind of outdated. So this guy, this boss drops quite a bit of loot, and I almost never get anything I can roll on. Greed, transmog. Oh, we got some slippers, but my slippers are 691 champion. These are 675 veteran. I could roll need, but I'm pretty sure I have the transmog anyways, and I'm sure maybe there's someone in the raid that actually needs it. So greed, and some gloves. I got these gloves. I don't care, so I'm going to hit greed as well. And as you can see, I now am not in the runnings for anything. But, as I said back in the beginning, I'm in it for the crests anyways. I'm not here for loot at an item level of 696. My gear is all much better than anything that'll drop in here anyways. It's just transmog stuff, completing visual sets, that kind of thing. That's the only... Oh, I hate this guy. These stupid poison pools. He's probably the most annoying of all these big bug dudes with those poison pools, and healers always seem to struggle to get through that. You actually do take quite a bit of damage in a short amount of time, so I don't blame anyone. I've healed through it too, and it is kind of just a pain in the butt. Alright, so now just get through this guy. A lot of the raid coming up late because they were waiting by the bodies, making sure they got their loot, even though it would just auto-assign to your bag if you want it anyways, but people seem to linger, like that's going to help. Like if they loiter around the loot, then their roll number will get higher and they'll somehow win it. This will be the last boss of this wing. We just got to kill these dudes here, and then we can get into the final fight of the Monsters of the Sands wing. Oh, don't stand in that. This is what I can't figure out is like, how do people see that happen and continue to just stand there? When I'm a healer, I almost don't want to heal them because I don't think they deserve to be healed, but then it just slows down your raid, so you end up healing them anyways. And oh, see, okay, that guy was standing it. Ooh, bombs, kick bombs, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Final boss. I don't know why, but I always like to stand off to the left side. It's like my jam. Ready. Yes, I am ready. Let's do this. What do you mean you're not ready? Where are you? Come on, get in here. Where is this dude? Why is he all the way... There's two of them all the way back there. Making everybody wait. I mean, I probably could put up a summoning portal, but they're close enough that by the time I do that, they'll be here anyways. And we're pulling. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, so click all my buttons, click everything, click all the things, do as much damage. This boss, you can just hero lust right off the start. It makes no difference when you do it. It's just as effective at any point in time. So basically, you can see these walls get built up, so people get targeted. And then wherever they are, whatever line they're in, the wall will come out and hit that point. So the idea is you don't want to get too many walls. So they start to build inward from that perimeter. And if you get 6 walls, you pretty much are you're done, and you'll have to do the fight over. Don't stand in that. And then to take the walls down, certain people will get targeted with like a shatter, and you want to stand in front of whatever section has the most walls. So you can see this section now has 2 walls. That's the only section with 2, so that would be the best one for someone to shatter when they get that target on them. I think this guy probably has a targeted, so that's why he's standing over there. We'll watch. We'll see. Does he... Oh, that was me. Okay. No, maybe he didn't have it, but that's fine. We're doing alright. Boss is halfway there. This guy has it. See, he's going to stand there. And he's going to get slammed back into those walls. Yep, see, and they break. So we're in a pretty good spot. We got no sections. 1 section over there with 2, but that's okay. Nothing to be concerned about. We got the boss going down there. We got this section with 2. As long as the people who get the shatter stand in the right spots, everything is fine. We will come through it and get... Well, some people get loot. I won't get loot. Again, I'm not here for that anyways, so... There we go. Now we got 3. Now we got 3 in that spot. We got... here we go. So I got a shatter. He got a shatter. So I'm going to stand in this section, he's going to stand in that section, and we'll break some walls. Boom! Walls. Okay, so that was good. And we'll just keep DPSing this boss down. I think at this point, given where we are with the walls and where he is in his health bar, there's pretty much no way we can mess this up. Knock on wood maybe, just in case, because I don't really want to have to do the fight again. It's kind of a pretty boring fight for the most part. Like, you kind of just stand around clicking buttons. There's been times where I didn't get targeted by anything the whole fight, so you kind of just zone out and go through the motions. Easy. He's dead. Loot him. Got my crest. A trinket. I got one piece of this set, but again, like, my trinkets are better than this, and I'm hoping to replace this weapon soon anyways, so greed, transmog, greed. And just like that, we are done the Monsters of the Sand wing of Looking for Raid. Thanks for watching.